Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, I've got a bottle haul. Not a store haul, but a bottle haul. I went to several different stores over about the course of 2 weeks and picked up quite a few bottles to put on the channel that I think you guys will enjoy. Today, I will be sipping on some Remus number 2. This is a medley of 2007 and 2008 high rye bourbons straight from MGP. Ross and Squibb, as they're known now when it comes to distilling for their own stuff, still MGP when they're contract distilling. So I want to get into the topic of Dusties, because if you saw the thumbnail, you saw that there was some Dusties and you saw a George T. Stagg. I'm going to tell you guys, man, I walk into this store and this owner, he doesn't know me from Adam. He's talking to another guy. He's talking to one of his buddies that are there. Me and the other guy, a guy named Gray, shout out Gray, he just became a subscriber on the channel. He was just talking to the other guy and he had a bottle of old early times in his hand. So we started talking bourbon, and then I said, what are you doing with the old Dusties down there? His buddy who was there had brought them from an estate sale. So he bought them at an estate sale, but then brought them from the estate sale to the store. So, I mean, the guy named Kevin looked at his buddy and his buddy said, hey, do you want some? I was blown away. This guy didn't know me either. So he had the early times, he had the Seagrams, which I only had some of the Seagrams. I thought it was great. It had a very thick, creamy vanilla smell. You saw the tax stamp on it. I think one was as old as 1967. And I can't remember the ages of the other ones, but man, I mean, and then this is why I love the bourbon community, because we're just sitting there talking. And the reason why Kevin's buddy is there is because he brought the old Dusties, but on the counter he has George T. Stagg. And then he has a bottle of Parker's Heritage. Now, the Parker's Heritage happened to be his buddy's. I can't remember which one it was because I didn't take a picture of it. But Kevin tells me it's a 2005 George T. Stagg. And he said that was, and I've got to do some research because I did hear that the last of the Stitzelweller juice went out early on in some of the Stags. So he said that it was some of the last Stitzelweller juice. And he offered me and the guy Gray a sample like it was nothing. And I mean, I was so appreciative. I mean, I'm telling you, I think that I found my new #1 store. I mean, not only does he have great prices, shout out S&W Liquor Store in Temple Hills, because that is where he is the owner of the store at. If you live in this area, go over there right now because they have amazing prices. I went there just because of the prices. I was in Temple Hills. I was in the Temple Hills area, and I said, well, let me check out one of the local liquor stores, and he popped up on Google. So I was like, well, let me go to the store, check them out, because the prices were just phenomenal. I mean, they almost look like clickbait prices, to be honest with you. So I was like, okay, went into the store, and like I said, man, the guy didn't know me from Adam, but that is how the bourbon community is, and that's why I love it, because everyone likes to get together and they like to share bottles. I mean, you have this joy on your face when you give a glass of something special to someone and they are able to enjoy it and appreciate it. So that's why I love this bourbon community. And like I said, he didn't know me from Adam. He did not have to do that. But look, Kevin, shout out to you, man. I really appreciate you. That was amazing to me. And the old Dusties that your friend offered, amazing. And Gray, he's starting on his bourbon journey. He said he's only been drinking bourbon for about a year now, and he was looking to, get up with some people who appreciate bourbon. And me and him, we kind of exchanged information. He became a subscriber of the channel, so he'll probably reach out to me, sometime in the near future. But let's get on to what's in the bag, because I couldn't fit everything in that bag. That bag is not big enough to be able to accommodate all of the bottles that I bought recently. Let me take one good sip. It is just something special about Remus. It is just so well-rounded. But anyway, let's get back to the bag. So this came from an ABC drop. You probably saw this on the short. This is a filibuster. It says triple cask, but that's what I want to get into, because when you look on the front of it, it says straight bourbon whiskey finished in cognac barrels. And it shows 3 barrels on it. It shows filibuster, MGP, and cognac. And I don't understand how you can call something triple cask, because if I am not mistaken, most bourbons, unless they say single barrel, are blends. So if you have a blend, can you call it a quadruple cask if it comes from 4 different barrels? I mean, yes, it shows 3 different barrels, but 2 are just simply bourbon barrels. You've got the MGP bourbon, and you've got, they're mixing their own filibuster stuff in now. So you've got the filibuster bourbon, and then they're finishing it in a cognac cask. So I think that's a little misleading, but I was still interested in wanting to try it because it is finished in a cognac cask, and this beautiful bag that it comes in. It is like having a William LaRue Weller or George T. Stagg or Pappy bag or something like that. I mean, that's, to me, it gives off those kind of vibes. Let's get into the number 2 bottle. I had one of the viewers say he wanted to see some Penelope reviewed on the channel. Matter of fact, he said, Penelope, please. I will have to say that I did not walk away with a Penelope build number 4 or build number 3. This is a Penelope store pick from S&W Liquors. It comes in at 110 proof, 55 ABV, of course. This says Penelope Architect private build number 3022 of 3299. And it says it is complex in oak stave and intense stave. So it's definitely going to be a hitter, because I have not had one bad Penelope store pick yet. And I love the Architect. So anything French oak stave, man, I pretty much love. Next bottle. This right here, yes, it's cracked open already because it was part of another video that I shot yesterday. This is OGD 114. I love this bottle. I mean, you can't ask for a better bottle in its price range. I mean, the 114 proof, 30 bucks, creamy orange notes all day long. Let's get into the next bottle. This is what I went to S&W Liquors for. When I did the Carl T. Huber review, and I didn't give it a really favorable review, one of the guys reached out and said, hey man, you need to try some of their finished stuff because their finished stuff is much better. He had this on sale for $39.99. Now this is normally a $75 bottle. Kevin said something about inventory reduction or something like that. I can't really remember exactly everything, but he said, I just decided to get a whole bunch of it and put it out for that price. So that's exactly what he did. So this comes in at 106.4 proof. It is 4.5 years old. I cannot wait to get that in the glass. I hope that changes my mind on the Starlight Distillery stuff. Let's get into what else we have in the bag. This, yes, it is a part of the bottle haul, but it didn't necessarily come from a store. My man Nick has so many bottles that he just needed to get rid of some, so I was able to get one of those bottles off his hands. I already have one of the Virginia ABC foolproof store picks. This is $17.92. Foolproof comes in at 125 proof, so I was able to get at myself another bottle. I love the regular bottle that I had so much that I got myself a Virginia ABC store pick, and then Nick needed to get rid of some bottles, so I got this off of him. So this is part of the bottle haul as well. Let me get these bags off the table, and no, well, yeah, let me get this bag off the table, and you'll see what's behind them. So what are the odds that you go into one store, well, 2 stores months apart, and pick up the exact same barrel? This, as you guys know, is Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, and I love Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I have not had a bad one yet. I'm smelling giveaway. I don't know, maybe get to 1,500, do another giveaway to get to 2,000. I don't know, but I'm telling you this. This is barrel. Let me go back to it. This is barrel number 2106223. 21-06223. Bottled 6/28/21, bottled 6/28/21. I don't know how that happened. I went to 2 different stores. One was in Waldorf, one was in La Plata, months apart. I mean, months apart, and wound up with the same barrel. That is crazy to me. So that's part of the bottle haul. Let me get into some more bottles. So this one I picked up recently. This, I just did a review on this, so this will be coming out shortly. This is, I know I'm a little late, it is Maker's Mark BRTO2. I could not find a BRTO1. I did find one BRTO2 in 2022, but the guy wanted about 110 bucks for it. And I know that they only retail for 60. So like I said, sometimes I do stay within my $30 limit because I was not gonna pay 110 bucks for this bottle, knowing how good they are. I love any of the Maker's Mark releases. So knowing how good they are, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I got lucky, stopped past one store and they had it on the shelf, 2 of them for retail. Let's get back into one more bottle. This bottle right here, you probably already seen it on one of the episodes already. This bottle has taken a hit. This is one of my favorite bottles to buy. Every time it gets about halfway down, it gets very chocolatey. In the beginning, it is nothing but fruits, but I just did a review on this bottle too. This is gonna be part of the new shelf life series. So this bottle has, yeah, like I said, taken a hit because it's been reviewed and yeah, just dealt with a little bit after the review. Last bottle, had to pick up another one, man. This is Larceny A123. Larceny A123 is just, to me, phenomenal. This year, Heaven Hill had a hell of a year. Let's say that again a couple more times. Heaven Hill had a hell of a year. Heaven Hill had a hell of a year last year. Man, this thing might be my #1 of 2023. It is that good. I sampled some for the video the other day, and it's just phenomenal, man. I can't say enough good things about it. Larceny A123 is a powerhouse. Look, I'm glad you see what's on the channel, and I've even got more coming, so just expect more reviews. One of them will be a Blue Note Juke Joint Uncut. I cannot wait to get that one in the glass because I am a big fan of Blue Note Juke Joint anyway. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you're headed to a drop. Till next time.